I'm Patrick Reed, Adamas Principal. Lots to talk about, as always, right? Interestingly for me, this dollar, you can list a whole bunch of reasons to be buying it. Talk about OIS, Eurodollar futures. Will they taper? Will they won't? The fact is the taper word is out the genie bottle and there's no putting it back in. And the bond market, let's see if they believe the Fed in not tapering. That's still, the jury's still out on that. But the markets in dollar terms is undecided, really. We're looking at a bit of a grind up in some of the dollar crosses, certainly in Eurodollar anyway. After what was a non-event in the ECB, I would just have to say, tiny bit hawkish, but, you know, weighing down on confidence is a double-dip recession or thereabouts, and a not very good rollout of the vaccine. And the new lockdown. So that's a bit of a mixed bag, I have to say. Risk assets not going south at all. So obviously led by equities, and you know, this is really putting a bit of a grind lift on the yen crosses. But let's just look at the first chart, Eurodollar. As you can see, this level 121.75 about to break. Probably look at getting this gap filled into 122.32. If it's above there, you might see some sellers turn up at 123.50 area, but it was looking so good. I mean, the Fed was talking of tapering, albeit before probably Jay Powell had a word with them, and we were down at this 120.65. But you know what? It was trying and trying and trying to break through there, hung around for over 20 hours, and guess what? It couldn't break lower, so there's more chance of it going higher, and higher it did. Not near to a test on that trend line, just shy of that 65, probably around 75, 70, and then we were just up and away. And now this does look like it's just about to break, and that's Eurodollar. So let's look at Aussie dollar. Jobs, not too bad at all, but look, this is looking quite heavy now. That said, we're not really topping. It's a tiny top, but we really need to crack 76, 78. Then there's a small match of 76.40 to 60, right? Then we can surely be starting to top out. But, you know, we've been here before. The trend channel has been broken. We have broken that before. And similar to Eurodollar, we had that Fibonacci, in this case it's 23.6, at 76, 78, tried to break below previously, couldn't. So who knows what's going to happen with that. Dollar CAD, well, what can we say about this? We had a real shakeout when the market was, I mean, the market, the price was 30% of a micro cut, didn't get that. And the market just tanked 100 pips lower on dollar CAD. So that was a huge positioning move there. But look, we found that base. We went through that 126.30, but found the base around this 126. The figure, there's a bit of a fib down there on the beginning, and a bit of a trend line there. And we successfully cracked above the mid-Bollinger Band. And who knows what will happen? Shall we see a retest at 127.92? I think so. Will there? Should there be sellers up there? Most likely, most likely. And finally, our old friend Cable. You know what? This is a classic. Stops getting done above this 137.02. Stops getting done. Failing below. If we close below the mid-Bollinger Band, it's very bearish. Probably testing 135.37 on the way down. That's it from me, Patrick Reed, Adamas Principal. Have a great weekend.